What's up, y'all? Welcome to a new episode of Transcending the Culture. I am your boy, James. I'm cold, as y'all probably
You're still cold, James.
Listen, I think my furnace went out. Like, I think the furnace, there's something wrong with the furnace.
Gotta be.
I got in touch with, I called about getting it serviced. So, look, I'm sitting here with a space heater and kind of warming up a little bit. I was up under like 4 quilts until like 7:58. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta get up and get on. But what's up, y'all? Welcome to a new episode of Transcending the Culture. I am your boy James. I got my dog. I got my cuz. I like the queen of it all. Cat. What's up,
Cat
Cat?
Queen here, guys.
Listen, this is an amazing week. We are glad that you guys are here. As always, we're glad that you guys are here with us. It's going to be a really good night tonight. We got all trending topics. I purposely didn't schedule anybody for today and actually for next week too, because it's Valentine's Day. And I just was like, people going to be out having a good time. They're going out to dinner, all this stuff. And it makes it a little bit more difficult to get a guest as well because they may be out on Valentine's Day and that sort of thing. So I didn't schedule anybody for next week too. So listen, all the bullshit, all the drama, all the craziness that's going to be going on out there over the next week, we got y'all. We got y'all next week. And I can say for me, I'm starting to get into this shit, like the trending topic shit. And like,
you finally get into the trending topics. I know you be sending me stuff. I'll be like, ooh, I didn't even see this yet.
Listen, like, it's so much that's going on out there in pop culture and urban culture, just all around. Is so much stuff going on out there. Some good, some bad, some crazy. Of course, the Grammys just went down, and everybody is like talking crazy about the Grammys. It's interesting because I'm gonna keep it all the way funky with you. Like I didn't even watch the Grammys because you can kind of go online like during it, and then like the day after, you can catch all the little clips and shit, and you feel like you watched it. So I feel like I watched the Grammys, but I really didn't. But
right.
A lot of stuff went down at the Grammys. That's definitely going to be a part of the trending topics tonight because so much was going on there. From Killer Mike, he got 3 awards and then he got arrested. Lizzo, it's a lot in question about her, having the opportunity to present. Given the allegations that have been levied against her, and they're calling it a double standard because. Obviously, if it was a man or whatever, they lose everything. It's like they kind of lose everything in the process. So, the question has been, should she have been allowed to present? Katia, what's up, cuz?
Not this again.
You don't want to be here with me, just say so. Don't hurt me.
James, shut up. I don't know, man. I know. We got some comments. Carisha Hill said, hi, it was good. So you will end up watching the Grammys, huh? I didn't watch it either.
Shit, we got the whole thing right here. We got the whole fam. Look, y'all should.
I got both my sisters. Hey, Katia. Hey, Carisha.
Y'all should jump in on the topics with us, like for real, for real. Do I need to send y'all a link?
Like, you girls want to be on some trending topics?
I'm serious. Like, you can't need to send the link to y'all so y'all can come in and kick it with us for a minute. So, you know, with Lizzo, the question really has been, should she have been allowed to present and that sort of thing. So we'll talk a little bit about that. Braxton Family Values is back.
I'm excited about that. I didn't know if they were going to come back to TV after the death of Tracy. Yeah, because I don't know what I would do without my sister. You see how much my sister support me and how close we are. I don't know if I could go.
But that's how we enjoy it.
No, they are my rocks. So I'm surprised that the Braxton sisters were able to, you know, keep going.
Yeah, I just and we'll talk more about it, you know, as we get into the night. But I just like they strong though, like they are strong. And you know, also it's been, you know, 2 to 3 years. So I think that you know, they've had a lot of time just for healing and that sort of thing. Like, yeah, I mean, you know, it's a lot of factors in there, and we'll talk a little bit more about it because, to be honest, I didn't think they were going to come back either.
Right.
I didn't think that they were going to come back either. So I do think it's dope, but you know, we'll get into that some more. I know it's a lot of other stuff going on out there too.
We got some comments from the Hill sisters, may not be the Braxton sisters. Carisha said, I would be under the bench in the park, butt naked crazy if I lost one of y'all. Said they are strong because we can tell they are close for real.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? Let's go ahead. I mean, to like for real, that just might as well be our first
yeah,
topic.
we'll just get straight into it for real. Yeah. Like Carisha said, she said she'd be butt naked at a park bench crazy. And Carisha is the one that at the funeral, she's gonna jump on the casket and be like, just bury me, just take me with him, Lord Jesus, please.
What's she getting?
You know, so definitely they are very strong because me and my sisters, you know, it's 4 of us, and it's what I think it's 5 of them, right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's 5 of them. So
look, I was going to say it was 6 of them because the mama was like one of them.
The 6th sister, Miss Evelyn, we'll get on her. We'll get into Miss Evelyn, but you know, James, shut up. I got something to say about Miss Evelyn. But when you're really, really close with your sisters and y'all have like a dynamic, like me and my sisters are together, we are like, you'll see us, we'll even walk in our actual ages, like the oldest first, the next oldest, like we just fall back into that sister mode when we're together. So it's going to be very interesting to see how the dynamics change now that she's not there. I know they're going to be grieving. I know it's going to be a lot of drama, but you know, I want to see the sister dynamic, like, because I feel like they took a lot of stuff out on Tracy. You know, she was very outspoken when, you know, they were treating her wrong, or I can't go on tour because of my kids or whatever. She was very outspoken. So I wonder, like, what the, you know, drama or dynamics is. It's going to be interesting to watch.
Right. I just think, like just keeping it all the way funky, like, I liked it from the very beginning. So, like, what is it going to be, like, season 7 or is it season 8? I think it's season 7.
I'm not sure.
But either way, like, I liked it from the very get-go. And they grew on you because like the very beginning, like I wasn't really down, not that I wasn't down with Tamar, but I just was like, what, man, like she crazy. Like I'm like, what? But it, like, she grew on me though. And then I got to really see like who she was and her personality and all of that stuff. And then I was like, okay, like I really, really dig Tamar. And you got an opportunity to get to know all of them. I feel a little extra special because, you know, with UG Digital, I had the opportunity to interview Tracy. And like, she was like, man, cool. Like, you have some people, like celebrity wise, you have some people who like they play the celebrity role, like to a T. So like, you know, they celebrities or you know, they famous or like that sort of thing. And then you have those celebrities who they like down home, they like your family. Like she made you feel like she had known you for 25 years. So like when I say like we did like our 15-20 minute interview, but then like we talked and like we just talked. And like and it's a couple people who I have like been able to actually like forge like genuine relationships with. And like we'll have like an hour long conversation or like an hour and a half conversation. Like Gerald Levert was one of those. Like man, and when I tell you we interviewed at like 6 o'clock in the morning and we was on the phone till like 7:45. And you know damn well I ain't posting no 2 hour interview. And I was transcribing and all of that stuff. So like it just was really cool. But like Tracy, she was mad cool. It was really, really dope. So I felt like I really got an opportunity to get to know her and just all of the sisters. So I think it was a big blow, not just to the family, but like to a lot of the fans and all of that as well. Like as far as like Tracy, um, as far as them returning, like again, I do think that is dope because I like them as a family. Like I think that they genuine. I think that they are naturally close. I don't think that they're put on for TV. And a lot of people, a lot of like celebrity or reality stars, they really do be putting on for TV. But I don't feel like they putting on for TV. But then also, like during those past seasons, I think that as time went on and it grew, I just kind of got the sense that like Tony was tired of it, and she looked like she didn't really want to be bothered. Like she didn't want to be bothered, or like maybe she was tired, and that could have been because of health issues or anything like that. But I kind of felt like she wasn't all the way in. And then like when we talk about like personal life and mental health, I think that it affected Tamar the most. So like, you know, when you consider her divorce and the new relationships and stuff that didn't work out and all of the stuff that goes on in social media and her clapping back all the time and just different stuff, I was like, in my mind, I just said that it wasn't really good for her, like for her mental health and like for her personal health. So I think because of that stuff, I was like, they might not really come back or whatever. But I do think it's dope. You know, maybe they'll take a different stance. I mean, I know that they're still going to be focused on their careers, and I think that they're going to be, you know, like heavily focused on trying to make sure that like Tracy's legacy lives on and that sort of thing. Because like the footage that I've seen or like the promo stuff that I've seen, it actually still has Tracy in it. And I actually think that that's dope because like spirit wise, like I think that she's still with them. So I think it's gonna be dope. And then you already know, I think Evelyn is my mama too. And that ain't even no slight to my own
Miss
mama.
Evelyn.
Miss E is my mama too.
I love Miss Evelyn. She be down with them. She be in all the stuff, and she don't take no mess.
And what I like too about her is like social media wise, if you send her anything, she gonna respond back to you. Like period. If you send her anything, you can say you beautiful. She gonna say thank you. Like,
I see. I didn't know that.
She gonna respond back to you, and I think that that's dope too. Like they're just, you know, obviously they're celebrities and they stars, and you know they live that life. But at the end of all of that, they just regular people. Like they got businesses and stuff like that. Do Trina still have the is the bar still open? What was it, bar chicks?
I have no idea. I know Trina is doing a lot of social media stuff.
Yeah,
especially with her mate. They have a lot of stuff going on. I'm not sure about that. I just had ran into some of the videos she was doing on Facebook, and she has a large following on there.
Yeah.
And then when we was talking about Miss Evelyn, so you know, word on the street, Miss Evelyn had got a little nip tuck. She got a little, you know, she got a little, you know, a new face. And she looked damn good. I will say that. Miss Evelyn, I was like, is that Tracy? I was like, dang, like that. And that made me really see, like, oh, they really look like their mama. Cause she been looking good lately. And shout out to you know, the mamas, the reality mamas, because they be getting their little stuff done and they live a whole nother life. Like they be like, oh, I'm young too. So I love Miss Evelyn. That's my girl.
Yeah, I think that Miss E is really dope. And like I said, I think she's my mama too. So I'm looking forward to the show actually coming back on? Have they actually gave the date that it's going to be coming back yet?
They did. I think they did. I'll have to look that up. But yeah. Let's see when they return. Well, they just said they have a 2024 press tour. I'm not seeing any definite dates, but it said 2024. So it should be dropping pretty soon. Winter 2024. So it should be within, the next month or so, keeping up with the season. So we should be seeing it pretty soon. They've been doing a lot of press. They've been doing a lot of promo. So definitely. Let's see. We have a comment. And Katia said, y'all are getting me excited. That was my show. Yes.
Listen,
she said
like,
she was a Tay Martian. Katia
listen, everybody thought I was crazy because I be singing the theme song to the show. Like, that was.
We are the Braxtons. I love that. Oh, wait. When they get to harmonizing. And especially, I love when they get the doing the beats and get the freestyling. And what's the one? Me and Katia was dying. They was like, "Daddy, Daddy." They was talking about Tony.
Yeah.
Man, they be getting on Tony, and that's the thing. Like, they be so childish and laughing, and Tony be so. That's what make it funny because she acts so professional that she be like rolling her eyes. And I be cracking up because that's how we do. Me, Katia, Carisha, we be real, real silly. And my mom and Carla be sick of RBS for real.
I think with them coming back, I hope that you kind of actually start to get, make like a deeper glimpse of like the family and the kids, that sort of thing. Because the kids, like most of the kids are like grown now. So
Tony's son, I don't know which one it is because he's going to have to tell me, but he was in her class at Howard. I don't know which son. Katia, you're going to have to help me out. I do know it was the one that has struggled with autism in his life. And so for him to go to college and be at such a prestigious school, and that was a cutthroat school. Listen, my sister went through hell and back to get that degree from Howard. Shout out to Howard. Definitely for putting on our young actors and young Black professionals all around. But I want to say,
like, I'm proud of you, because I wanted to go to Howard too. So like I think that's super dope.
I told you I be putting that on my applications and stuff. I'm like, I went to Howard. They're like, you went to Howard? I'm like, for my sister's graduation.
They be like, who was your teacher? You like Felicia Rashad?
Felicia Rashad was my advisor. Thank you very much. If you must know.
Listen, I think
so. Yeah, continue comment, but you ain't telling us which son. I don't remember if it was Denzel or Denham. I want to say Denzel.
I thought it was
Denham.
Yeah,
I'm not sure which one. I think it is Denham. But Katia worked with him, and she said he was a great student, very talented. So it would be interesting to see. I like when the older generations of like the reality stars that set up, and then they have like the kids coming in. Denzel, that's what she said. It was Denzel.
Okay.
She said my friend. Yeah, Katia said Denzel, and she said that's her friend. So I know she got pretty close with him, worked with him while they went to school together. But yeah, I would think it would be interesting, especially to see his story and to see where he goes from here. I love seeing the younger kids come out. And I wonder if that's going to be something that we see, a trend we see in reality TV, because like with like the Kardashians and like with these families, I wonder if the next step is going to be putting on Northwest and, making it about the youngsters. So that's something I would like to see, because I know a lot of them, they have their own interests. I don't know if you saw Northwest just had a video drop today with Kanye West.
I heard they had done something together, but I didn't know that it dropped.
Yeah, so they ended up dropping a video to a song they made.
I'm still on the other video, but no comment.
Listen, I like it. It's a nice little cute song. It's a cutesy little song for a little girl. Like, she'd be like, "It's your bestie, Miss Northwestie." Like, it's like a little, it's age appropriate. For what I saw. So therefore, I think it's really exciting to see what these kids, because I think back in the day, sometimes we looked at kids of famous people as, oh, that's nepotism, or, you know, they're not talented,
Listen,
but it's a new day and age.
like all that nepotism shit. Like, I just think that that's stupid as hell. Like, if I'm doing something, then I mean, it ain't even about making money. Like, if I'm doing something, like, I'm gonna make sure that I bring my kids up. Like, fuck all that other shit. Like, I'm gonna bring my kids up, and that's what we out here to do. Like, you know, show them the value of hard work and let them work, but also take care of your kids. Like, ain't nothing wrong with it.
Kids. A lot of people, especially, I've been seeing a trend with rich people, and especially like I think Jackie Chan said he cut his son off and he's not getting a dime of his money. And I'm just like, I couldn't imagine as a parent to make so much millions and then say, oh, I'm not gonna help you, you gotta get it out the mud like me.
Right. Now,
your child, like, I would do whatever. I'm not saying spoil them, make them work for it, make them, you know, whatever they're talented at, help them, but make them work for it. Put them in the good schools, you know, let them work at it, get them you know, professional.
She left us, y'all. She left us, y'all.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know if the app updated or what, because I'm at my house now and my internet always works. So I don't know. We're gonna keep rolling.
Look, we're gonna keep it rolling. Take care of your kids, because like at the end of the day, like my kid work hard. Like my kid work hard. He bought the vehicle he got him a job, he doing stuff at school, you know, 3 point whatever GPA, finna graduate high school, but I do spoil the shit out of him, and so do his mama, and so do my mama, and so do her family, and like we spoil them. But he know about hard work too. Like all that, like I don't care what people talking about. Like I'm gonna take care of mine. So
we got a comment from cousin Jimmy. Why we gotta be Ghost Jimmy?
Look, maybe he talking about because I got the hoodie on or whatever. I don't know.
Maybe because we disappeared on him and didn't come down like we were supposed to.
Yeah, maybe that part. But yeah. Okay, well, we're gonna keep it moving. You know, this kind of, it hit me hard at first, you know.
The end of an era.
I'm trying to be funny with the titles, but I'm like, OMG, no more Kandi. Will you miss Kandi on the Real Housewives of Atlanta? So, you know, when they did the Grammys, and they were doing like the red carpet, and Kandi was talking to, I want to say it might have been E! Entertainment, but whoever it was that she was talking to, they asked about the Housewives, and she basically just broke it down, and she said that she decided not to return. And like before she could even say anything else, I'm like, oh God, like, but it actually makes sense to me though. And I mean, she went on to like further explain that, you know, because of all of the hoopla from the last season, and they kind of had a lot of stuff on hold because initially they were talking about recasting the whole show. So they hadn't really decided anything, and they took so much time that she started working on other projects and, you know, doing Broadway.
And she sees that that's not really her bread and butter anymore.
Absolutely. And I mean, she was honest about the fact that, you know, after 14 years, she just was doing it just because she was comfortable with it. And she was comfortable with the check, you know, comfortable with the check. And she said that somebody asked her why she was doing it and she couldn't really give them a solid answer. So, you know, from there, with all the other stuff that she's working on, she just, you know, she opted not to return this season or for the new season. And to be honest with you, I actually think it's kind of dope though. I think it's kind of dope. I mean, I think, you know, obviously she's really popular on the show, and there's, you know, there, for as many people as there are that like her, there's probably the same amount who don't really give a shit about her. And I mean, that's just going to be anybody. You can't please everybody. You can't make everybody happy. So I'm not even tripping on that piece of it. But I just think that in the very beginning, I didn't think that she should have been on the show because of all of the drama and all of the craziness. I just was like, it's kind of damaging to your brand. But I think she has been really good at like spinning that.
She's a good person that knows how to spin stuff, and she knows how to take one business and make 5 more.
Absolutely. And it's good that you speak on the business piece of it, because she's one of the only ones, if not the only one, that you've seen who's really been able to get other businesses established off of the housewives.
And that were actual
old lady
businesses
thing.
and making money.
Right.
And they ain't no joggers.
And she had the dungeon. And I mean, she's really good at taking, you know, a negative vibe and spinning that into something that's gonna make her some money. So I think that she's done really dope on there. Serial entrepreneur, absolutely. I do believe that, Carisha. She is a serial entrepreneur, and she's got so many different businesses. And I tell people all the time, like during the pandemic, when she would always have, I don't know why I can't think of her name, because she was at the event that we did back in Atlanta. But they were doing Money Making Mondays.
Yeah.
They were doing Money Making Mondays, and you know, they were talking about basically breaking down how you got the money, like if you had a business, how you got the money, you know, the pandemic for your business. And so many people were taking advantage of it, but they were creating fake businesses and they weren't following the steps that you needed to do in order for it to be written off. You know, I just kept watching those Money Making Mondays. And
they had some awesome tips, especially, you know, when they had that we sat in when she was talking with MC Light, and she gave me some good advice as well. And let's not forget, Kandi is still touring. James, we was second row at the concert.
Absolutely. And I did all of them steps that they were talking about on Money Making Mondays, and I got the money. So and then I did everything I was supposed to do from there, and it got forgiven. So like I always think about that, because you know, outside of all of the entertainment stuff that she's doing, she's always trying to do something to help somebody else, you know, whether it be with business or whatever the case it is, giving people jobs and that sort of thing. So it does kind of suck to see her go, but like Kandi gonna always be good. And it's interesting because, you know, her and
Portia.
No, not Portia. What's her name? Kenya Moore.
Kenya.
You know, her, you know, here and there, you know, she and Kenya would kind of have their issues or whatever, but Kenya has been doing a press run for More Hair Care. And she's been doing a press run for that. So she's kind of been like on everybody's shows like J Hood and Tamron Hall, and she was on Sherry and The Breakfast Club and all of that. And she actually said herself, like, you know, she knew that Kandi wasn't coming back, but you know, she said, you know, just as well that Kandi gonna be good. And I think she's gonna be good because I mean, she already had a name, she had a brand, like she had her stuff together before she even came to the platform. So, you know, she was the longest running member, you know, of the Housewives up until now.
She was on the original cast. Nobody else is on there. We don't got no Lisa. We don't have Sheree. You know, we ain't got no She by Sheree fashions. We ain't got nothing. None of that.
Don't do that about She by Sheree. Don't do that.
She by Sheree joggers, whatever she's selling, we ain't got it. But we gonna miss Kandi. And the thing is, I feel like it ran its course for her. And for some of the housewives, a lot of them left in scandal. Like Nene was a scandal, was a lawsuit. Even when Sheree left the first time, it was a big thing about what was her house called, Chateau Sheree, not being, you know, built and things like that. So everybody kind of left like, ooh, it's a scandal. I feel like this was like a graceful leaving. Like she's just like, you know, it ran its course. So we're definitely going to be missing Kandi, but I heard that Kenya and Portia are going to be back.
Yeah, I did hear that.
I love Portia, and I am interested to see how the heck she gonna go
Underground Railroad.
Are they gonna update Simon's little thing that used to say Fallon's husband to say Portia's husband? Because let's not forget that's how she met her husband on the show, being friends with. Like that is, I love me some Portia, but Portia would have had to get a 1-2. I don't care if we was divorced or not. How you gonna come over here? Be poolside with me and my man. Talk about your house is so beautiful. Like, ooh, this is so nice. Yeah, I bet my house nice. And she came in and swoop proud.
Portia said, that wasn't my friend. What you talking about?
That ain't my friend. They put up the footage of them hanging out. Like, I mean, I don't think they were best friends, but that was just like, I mean, but she living the, you know, they say the African husband, the way to go, you know, they got the money.
So here's the question then. So Kandi leaving. We see that Kenya Moore and Portia are going to be coming back. So now with Kandi leaving, do you think Portia should come back? Because I don't think she fits on Married to Medicine.
They claim, so it was a rumor of somebody that so-called been seeing the people coming in and doing negotiations that Portia is coming back. Kenya is in. Who else? They were saying Drew Sidor is out. That's what we were hearing. And the crazy thing is, remember when we were at the event, sitting, listening to Drew Sidor, one person asked a question and said, so what are you going to be doing after Housewives? And she said, I wasn't aware that it was after. I wasn't aware that, you know, she was kind of pushing it like she wasn't done with it, or she may not have known. So it's very interesting that we heard that months ago. Yeah. And now it's kind of confirmed. And I love Drew Sidor. Shout out to Drew Sidor. I posted a video of us this week and she liked the video. So thank you, Drew Sidor, for some support, because I am trying to get my Instagram popping. If you guys don't already follow me, please follow me on Instagram at Cat Queen. I have been doing reels. I have 1 million views on reels. I'm doing some real, you know, hilarious out the box stuff.
I'm still mad at you got to kick it with Drew Sidor and I was like somewhere not paying attention. But
I chase Drew down, baby. Listen, I be hawking them people. If I want to talk to you and I got a question for you or something, or I want to get a photo, I'm definitely, you know, going to catch you. And Drew was so nice, so warming. She sat and talked to me for a second, gave me some great advice, you know, as far as my career, and told me, you know, keep pushing, you're doing well, you know, because I, at the event, was asking questions, you know, doing my little press thing. It was my first media event with James. So
and you did so amazing. Like, you did so amazing. And it really is really getting me together in my head, because I really was gonna hold off, but I do need everybody to know that we're gonna be at Essence Fest from July 4th until July 7th. So like, you did so good. So like, I'm really, really excited about when we go down there. And there's some other stuff going on before that, but I'm just real pumped about Essence
I'm
Fest.
so excited for Essence Fest. And people be like, you'll bump into somebody in the crowd, it'd be a celebrity, and they'll be like, oh, hey. You know,
right? Because the thing, like, I've had the luxury and the blessing, and like I've had the opportunity to do like BET Awards and Soul Train Awards and like a lot of the award shows. Like everything that I've been able to do, like Essence Fest is like top notch, top tier. Like it's like you with your family, and you like it's like you with your family. So like the celebs are like literally walking around in the crowd, and like it's. I mean, not saying that there's not security there, but it's real cool. Like
everyone always says it's a different vibe.
I was walking up to people and like taking pictures and like hugging and shaking hands and stuff, like from MC Light to Donnie Simpson to what's her name from the Players Club?
Which one? Lisa Ray?
Ronnie.
Ronnie, my favorite. Her. Listen. That might be my costume next year, and I'm gonna come in, and y'all better be at attention. I don't want to hear nothing. Listen, I don't need to be that, because I'm gonna be doing too much, James. You already know me. You know I'm dramatic, and I like to dress up.
But now Essence Fest is really, really, really dope. So I'm looking forward to that. Like, you did amazing when we went to Atlanta a couple months ago, or a few months ago, and like I know it's gonna be up. Absolutely, because like A Star Is Born, like she did so good. Literally, she walked in and she had her little Drake, and she was like talking to people, and I'm like, damn, like okay.
I walked in like, y'all ever seen
like it's in your heart. That just show that it's in your heart, like it's your passion and it's your purpose, and like we had a good time, like we had a blast, and we made it work.
Thank you. That was we had a ball.
Yeah. So before we go into the next topic, I know I didn't do like the intro and all that stuff at the very beginning, but I do want to thank everybody for tuning in and for listening to us. We are on episode 25, so we get in there. Things are looking really, really good. We are glad that you guys have been supporting us. We have 885 subscribers right now. So like it's really
Yay.
numbers are definitely going up. We appreciate you guys. Be sure that you guys like, subscribe, comment, and share the content that's here. Share these videos. Let your friends and your family and your people know that we are here.
And we are highly recommended.
Absolutely, highly recommend. Make sure that you follow us on our social media platforms. For Transcending the Culture, it's just Transcending TC. On Twitter, we are Transcending_TC. But make sure that you guys follow us across the board, Transcending TC, and on Twitter or X, as they call it now, is Transcending_TC. You can email us with anything that you have, whether you have questions, whether you have suggestions, anything like that. Transcending the Culture 1 at gmail.com. Of course, all opinions are alleged. If you want to donate to the channel, you can actually send, and I'm actually working on creating a cash app that's actually Transcending TC, but right now it's UG Digital up under the parent company. But you can do that as well. We got a lot going on. I don't know if you guys have seen the post that we have put out there, but we have Cleveland comedy giant Joey Jaja. He's going to be coming on the podcast on the 21st. And then we have Marcus Divine, who's going to come on the podcast on the 28th. He has worked, from Leah to Charlie Wilson to like some of the most major people in the industry. Like he's produced, he's like done music for, he's done background singing, like he's done so much stuff. So he's coming on the podcast on the 28th. So we got a lot of stuff happening, got a lot of people coming. Again, we want to thank you guys. It's actually it is scrolling down at the bottom, but listen, you know I'm challenged because I'm a little challenged. So when you say pin it, I'm like, huh?
I'll send it to you, Carisha. The podcast, the Cash App for the podcast, because we're looking for some investors, we're looking for some blessings, we're looking for some advertisers. So if there are any transcenders, if you have a business or you have an event coming up, something you want to come on the show and talk about, or something you want us to talk about, or something, a product you want us to tell everyone about, please message us individually or on our page. Get in touch with us somehow, because we are definitely looking for advertisers.
Absolutely. So all right, so getting back to the topics that we had here. Beyonce. Should she have one album?
They said Jay put on his Kanye mask that night. They said he had on his Yeezy costume that night.
I was like, did he take the moment that he got his award to say
Beyonce had the best album of the year? He said the exact same thing Kanye said, 12 years ago?
Right.
He literally got it, but at least he had the decorum to wait till he was invited on stage. That's the difference. He was accepting his award and he had to say what he had to say. And the thing is, I love a man taking up for his wife. I love a vocal man.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like, I mean, really thinking about it, what do you think? Do you think that she should? I mean, I don't know about necessarily like the last years, but I mean, even if you speak of Renaissance,
I believe that she should have won an album of the year, as I believe that Nicki Minaj deserved a Grammy win back when.
Do you think Nicki Minaj really?
I believe that Nicki Minaj in her heyday, her moment for life, moments revenge, starships were made to fly. Come on, man. Nicki was giving us rap, pop, everything at that time. She opened the door for all these other women. So I do think in her heyday, in her great era, absolutely, she should have got her Grammy. And just like Beyonce in her eras with the big album she had. Now the last album, just because I say that the way her music has gone, it's not that I'm a big fan, but it's just not something that I personally listen to. I see the artistry, I see the hard work. I would go to a concert. Yes, I sure would. But I don't know about that last album being album of the year, but I do believe that some of her albums were so big, especially when they dropped the album that was only on Tidal and we didn't know, and everybody was scrambling, trying to get clamoring to get their hands on the songs and stuff. I think back then it should have been nominated, but I'm not sure as of now. I do appreciate his honesty in telling, because he did say if he ever got a chance to be on that Grammy stage, he gonna let it all out. He done already said that because he's been fed up with his nominations and lack thereof Grammys and, you know, the popularity games that they so-called play. But I do think that I love him standing up here with his wife. I hate that it had to be at the expense of the winner again, Taylor Swift, which this happened at the VMAs years ago when Beyonce had Song and Video of the Year, but Taylor Swift won Album of the Year and Kanye interrupted her. So it just, I wonder if Taylor had that moment like, damn, can I just get my Album of the Year and go without y'all saying Beyonce should have won? You know, I wonder if she had that moment, but you know, to each his own. They was looking at Jay-Z like, cut the cue the music. Cue the Sam and cue somebody, get this Negro off of here. But the Grammys was crazy. But I think Beyonce definitely deserve. I think it's a lot of deserving artists, but you know, it's a secret committee, and Kandi was just speaking on that when she was a part of the secret voting committee and how it was, and
I like
you know, things like that.
And how she said what really goes on behind closed doors. I thought that was dope.
That was definitely really, really interesting. So, you know, the Grammys, I take those award shows as a grain of salt. You know, music and art is subjective. You know, we can give them awards and things like that. But, you know, sometimes the greatest artists are the ones that are not awarded. Like Monica is such a great artist, don't have a Grammy.
Yeah, but I think that, and I love Monica, but I just think that they don't really promote her stuff. Like I think with Monica it goes back to team, because it's not the talent, you know, or lack thereof. It has nothing to do with, you know, whether she's talented enough or whether she makes good enough music. I just think a lot of it is the team, you know, the people that she worked with, and she might need to clean house a little bit.
And I feel like she always, you know, she came out. Every time she came out with an album or a new look or a new sound, it was like she was competing with another person that was bigger than her. Like first it was her versus Brandy. Then it was like when she came out, Keisha Cole was really big and she was everywhere. Her team was doing so much. And I just feel like nobody ever pushed her like that. Like nobody. And I loved Monica when I was young. I wish I had them, you know, the church shoes she be wearing.
Like, it's not to take away from what she's doing either, because I mean, you have to really consider the fact that she has remained strong and relevant since 1995. Like, listen, it's almost 30 years later. Like, she's doing amazing and she knows what she's doing, but I think a lot of it still boils down to team. I mean, did you see what was happening like with the Lovers and Friends show?
Yeah, I did see that. So this is not uncommon. It's been a common occurrence that we've been seeing, that these concerts, especially these super concerts where they're throwing everybody together, that they're not even contacting these people and properly booking them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's a lot of people that are slated to perform at the Lovers and Friends event that are saying, I have prior engagements. Like, even if they were to contact me, I am already booked. Like, so it was very irresponsible for them to create that poster. Because that poster is going around everywhere. Everybody's reposting. Everybody's excited. And people are buying tickets based on these artists that y'all have not even contacted.
Because, I mean, you had Mary J. Blige first, and then you had Juvenile, and now you just had Monica. But since Monica talked about it, they actually got in touch with her and booked her.
Right.
So at least they took care of that piece of it. But like you said, too, I think it was highly irresponsible for them to even put that out there without, you know, people being officially confirmed and, you know, all of that stuff. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. But I think as far as like her not necessarily being nominated and stuff like that, like I think it's label, I think it's team. You know, she might need to clean house a little bit.
I know we were talking about the Grammys. Let's get into Killer Mike.
Yes.
Yes, please. I've been waiting on this. And the thing is,
So like I'm gonna keep it all the way. I'm gonna keep it all the way a stack. I actually have not listened to his new project.
That's what I was about to say. I was just about to say that. Like, I haven't heard. But the thing is, when his project did drop, I know a lot of guys that are super hip hop fans, like love that, real hip hop. That's really not mainstream anymore, because his album was not a mainstream something you're gonna hear on the radio type of thing. But when it came out, I did see the hardcore people saying, dang, this is gonna be the album of the year. This gonna be, big. And I'm thinking, like, if I don't know about it, this ain't probably gonna do that good. And for him to win and take home all these Grammys over these so-called big artists, Ice Spice and everybody else that was nominated, that was really, really big. But him winning was not the only thing that people were talking about that night, though.
I just before we get into that, like, first and foremost, I'm like a huge Killer Mike fan, like all the way back to the very beginning, and when he did the whole world with Outkast, and he was all over Stankonia, and like and his first album that he released on I think it was still called Equinina when he put his album out. But I've been like a really, really big Killer Mike fan. And like him with Run the Jewels, and like I have definitely followed. And then he and Big Boy from Outkast, they had kind of fallen out for a little bit, and then they came back together, and then he was all over.
See, I didn't know that.
Huh?
I said I didn't know that. You telling me something brand new?
Yeah, they had kind of fallen out for a little bit, and then they came back together, and then he was on. Big Boy, he may have dropped the album like around 2015, 16, and Killer Mike was all over that. Like, I've always followed him, so I've always thought that he was a really dope artist. But I think like with like today's music and the stuff that currently comes out, like I'm just not into a lot of it. So I find that I kind of group everybody. Like I kind of put everybody in the same group. So it'll be a while before I really listen to anything new that's out. Like it's crazy. Like Nas's last album, like I recently heard that, and I'm like, damn, like was he going like that? Like really? I don't really listen to a whole lot of new music. Like I'm a '90s head, so I'm like stuck in the '90s and the early 2000s. Like you know my playlist on my phone. So like that's what I'm constantly listening to. So I don't really catch a lot of the newer stuff. So I hadn't heard the new album. Now that he has won the 3 Grammys, I did download it, but I just haven't listened to it yet. But I'm gonna listen to the album and kind of see where it is.
And everybody was saying that he's getting all these downloads and streams since the Grammys. It's going to be interesting next week to see like when the numbers come in and things like that, to see if he's going to be charting, better than he was before the Grammy win. Yeah, and before all the drama that unfolded during the
Grammys. Now.
We have a comment right here. Carisha Hill said they did my boy wrong at the Grammys. Oh man, yeah, they did Killer Mike. They did him wrong.
Break that down after he did that clean sweep.
They said, so what is alleged, and this is alleged, that Killer Mike was confronted by an overzealous security guard for the Grammys, and they were saying that they didn't believe he was who he was, or he was where he was supposed to be. There was some kind of altercation as far as was he supposed to be there. And if I'm somebody I'm on stage winning Grammys, how do you have the audacity to ask me who I am and why I'm here and anything? I was invited. So it just it just was a lot. I don't know what to think, but so there was alleged altercation, and Killer Mike was then went to his seat, and they said that they marched in the Grammys where everyone was seated and arrested him and took him up out of the Grammys and booked him. They said he wasn't even, I think he still had one more award or something to take or something. They were saying like he didn't even get to finish his big night because of this. And they were saying, how the hell did Will Smith slap somebody on stage
Right.
and nothing happened? But Killer Mike, from an alleged event, he was took out in handcuffs. Perp walk. Can you imagine a perp walk through the Grammys? Like, can we have some decorum here? Like, can we have some? Like, I can't even believe that happened. Like, oh my goodness, man.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think it was shady. I think it was shady. I said the same thing. Like, how the hell did Will Smith slap, Chris Rock and nothing happened? Nothing. They didn't drag his ass out.
I think things, and I take it back to this. Me and you, we're both Black people in America. And Absolutely. The thing is, when you are somewhere, I've been in a situation where I'm somewhere and I'm saying I'm where I'm supposed to be and who I am and what my business is here, and they don't believe me. And oh, how could you be here? Or well, what are you doing here? You need to show me some proof and this and that. And that could be so disheartening as a person, especially on absolutely. The biggest night of my life. I'm coming here winning Grammys, and you had the audacity to we don't really know what happened. This is just alleged what happened. But that could be hurtful. And then a lot of people, especially some people that are raised a little differently, or maybe from I don't know where he's from. Seems like he's from the Bronx or something. He's from somewhere a little rough. They don't play like that. They don't play like that at all. Right. So I could see him having some words at dude, or and as soon as we get loud or we get angry, now we're it's an angry Black person here. We got a 1026. Call the popo.
Yeah, she said a 1026.
Call the popos, So they said that he was booked, and he was I think they said he was out the same night or the next day. And they're still looking into whether he's going to be officially charged. And we'll be getting more information as this comes out, and we'll see, if he's going to have charges stick, what happened. In a lot of these places, there are so many cameras, and I'm surprised there wasn't a video of this alleged altercation as well. So, maybe something might pop out. We'll be definitely watching and reporting.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought I had heard that it wasn't really going to be like any formal charges or anything.
That's what they were saying, that it wasn't going to be formal charges. That he was let out, and they said there are no pending charges right now on the official record, but depending on the cops, the judge, the prosecutor, things like that, it may. But a lot of people are saying that a lot of witnesses are coming out saying that the incident was. Like they were making a big deal out of it. It wasn't as bad as it was. It wasn't any violence. It was an overzealous, inflated security guard that was upset and called the cops on this man. So, but do I think that if he was a different color person, would that have happened? I don't believe so. But, I wasn't there. I don't know for sure, but these are just my observations as far as from what I've read has happened.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was really shady. I kind of blanked for a minute. Yeah, I thought it was super shady, but I, kind of, damn.
I'm back. I'm back to bring me back to life. I'm back.
Look, we just gonna move on. Let's take it back to Beyonce for a minute. She's all in the news again because she's got the hair care products.
Mm-hmm.
What's your thought on that?
So what is the name of it? It's a word, but it's spelled like. Let me look it up.
Do you think that she is even qualified?
Sacred. So it said it's spelled like CECRED, but it said like sacred. Now Beyonce, I'm not a
like, has she ever worn?
I ain't no conspiracy
ever
theorist.
Worn her hair? Okay,
for one, Beyonce, we don't never see our real hair. Now be fucking for real. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Beyonce. BFFR. Be so for real real right now, Beyonce. We ain't seen your hair since dang near you had some braids and say my name or what. We ain't seen your hair in years. We ain't seen your hair since you was Etta James. Matter of fact, that's the last time we seen your hair because you was rocking a little haircut. But I don't know nothing about Beyonce's hair. I don't know. I know she got $1,000 wigs, but does that translate to hair care? Now, according to Mama Tina has released a lot of videos of her combing and brushing Beyonce's hair and, you know, taking care of her hair. But I don't know. We have a comment from Katia saying, I've always hated her hair. Listen, I feel like Beyonce had a lot of misses over the years, and I feel like a lot of it I could attribute it to when Beyonce and like Tyra Banks and people, these were people wearing weaves and lace fronts and wigs before we even know what that was.
Right. And
a lot of times the first people to do something, it'd be a little wonky. So Beyonce definitely has some hit or misses with the hair. Yeah, but I just don't look at her as a person that I'm going to say, ooh, I want to use this in my natural hair. Now, I will say someone with a celebrity line that I have used, Tracee Ellis Ross line. Now, Tracee Ellis Ross, you see her with her hair, her beautiful curls out. She's doing all type of natural styles. That's why I trust her, because I'm like, dang, Tracee Ellis Ross has always had luscious curls, luscious natural hair. Mm-hmm. So even Kenya Moore has always had long natural hair. You know, she may play around with wigs and weaves, extensions, but you can see when someone is taking care of their hair. Beyonce, we don't know. We do not know at all. What the heck? Like,
you said we do not know.
We do not know. Like, it's just like you know, and then the thing about Beyonce, I'm not no conspiracy theorist, but Beyonce does do a lot of sacrilegious type of stuff.
Yeah.
And to name something sacred and then you spell it different, and it's like, is that a spell? Is that an incantation you putting on me? Or I don't know.
Don't start no shit. Now you're not gonna do that.
I'm gonna stay away from it. Okay.
I'm gonna need you.
Tia said, she said, I don't trust anybody who was in a hair product commercial with a head of weave. Thank you. Beyonce was the spokesperson for L'Oreal in the 2000s. James, listen, listen. I love me some Beyonce. Let me say that before everybody get to jumping down my throat. I love Beyonce. Love. But be for real, Tia, you hit the nail on the head. She was a spokesperson for L'Oreal in the 2000s. How the heck you selling hair color? And that's a colored weave. That is colored wig. Like, you bought that. You pointed at the hair store. You pointed up to them, said, let me get that G12 honey blonde.
Oh, the killer bees coming to get you.
To a 20-inch, you know. So I don't look at her for that. Now, if she was selling some cowboy hats and boots, you know, she was selling some hot sauce, you know, I got hot sauce in my bag, you know, she was doing something that made sense, you know, I would get with it. And then all that religious stuff she be doing, and you know, Katia said, yes, truth. Me and Katia have a very spiritual relationship. She sends me my Bible verses every day on time. For sure. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm never gonna buy that. I don't know anybody personally that would buy that product. Now, I've seen a lot of celebrity products. And the thing is, Beyonce has had a lot of, quite as it's kept, she has a lot of failed businesses. Not as, you know, she's had the House of Darion that had its time, but she closed that. Then she had Ivy Park, and remember all the celebrities were getting their Ivy Park boxes sent to their house. Well, you sent all the clothes to Lizzo and them. We ain't had no clothes to try. Like, every time I was trying to order something, sold out. I couldn't even get a dang hoodie. I couldn't get a two-piece set, nothing, Beyonce. So, you know, I think I don't know. Carisha said, baby, all types of sorcery. She be doing that hocus pocus. I put a spell on you. Yeah. She be doing that. Listen, we some prayed up sisters, okay? So we be knowing what I see.
Now you know what?
Don't get me the beehive. I love Beyonce, but you know, y'all fave, you know, she need to be for real. So try again, you know, come out with some, I don't know, some gumbo recipes or some, I don't know, Beyonce. Something did the hair care, baby. We don't know what your hair look like, so I can't until I can see your hair and be like, oh, she know how to take. She know how to take care of her hair. She got growing hands, you know, something like that. James, you know about that growing hands. That's something they say about my Aunt Sandy. That's one thing they say. If you bald headed, you go on down to Sandy's shop. She got growing hands. She gonna grow your hair, you know. So until you know, I got some more information. I'm not feeling the sacred hair care vibes. That just no thanks, B. But love you, girl.
Listen, I'm gonna say I'm mostly in agreement. I just think that there's no there's no authenticity behind it. You know, especially when you've been wearing wigs and weaves and all of that. Like,
I can't even.
Listen, y'all. If y'all don't know about these heels yet, listen. If y'all don't know about these heels, listen.
Y'all gonna be laughing so hard. I'm over here sweating. I can't.
Listen, I can't with y'all.
She said it's the. I can't even read it, James. I can't even read it. It's the Cabbage Patch yard hair for me.
Right. I can't mess with y'all.
But what she mean is like sometimes it be these people, listen, these lace fronts and stuff, it be looking like it just sprout up out of your head. Like I don't know what y'all doing. I can't talk. Listen, I didn't been somewhere and thought I was cute. My lace front was back in the back. Okay, I had cornrows in the front, lace front in the back. So you know, we all have our hair mistakes, you know. But I ain't trying to sell no hair products, so I don't know. But Carisha, please don't. Carisha, please. I can't take it.
Listen, I think.
I'm sorry, but I'm scared of this stuff that had me dead.
You got some other stuff you want to get out? You want to talk about out there?
I'm done. I'm done with the Beyonce. What's the next topic? What's the next topic?
I think we done went through all of our topics.
Oh, we went through all the topics. I have a little topic too.
What you got?
How I had to procure, and I had to disseminate. You know, I had to give to the people. You know, there was a certain video that leaked this week. It was a.
Go ahead.
Oh wait, it was a doozy, man. That was a.
Don't burn your lip on the tea. Go ahead.
That was a. I don't know. Y'all got to, if y'all ain't seen it, I'm gonna give you a little preview of. I seen something. Katia know, cause oh, she know, cause I sent that video on time, baby. Oh, Carisha, you ain't here. You didn't peep. So for y'all that don't know. Aubrey Drake Graham, Drake, he had a little video leak. He had a little XXX leak. Okay.
He put that
on Twitter. On Twitter, there was a video of Drake. I don't even know how to put it. He was enjoying himself by himself in bed. And he sent a video of this. Presumably to a young woman. We're not sure who.
You said presumably.
Presumably, I don't presume nothing. You don't know what nobody doing, you know. So hey, we don't know. Especially celebrities, they be. What did he say? They was having freak offs. We don't know what the heck they doing. So you know. So it was said that a young lady leaked this video of him, and it went viral on X, which is Twitter, but now called X. So I had woke up that morning. It was just a regular day, and that was not in my cards for the day. I feel like it definitely made my day. It definitely made my day. Now me seeing that, I'm gonna say I definitely peeped it and smile. You know,
so when did it actually leak?
Screen recorded and sent it.
So when did it actually leak?
So I want to say yesterday morning, or actually overnight, not last night, but the night before last.
Okay, because you
And
told me
so
about
in the
yesterday.
morning,
Yeah.
it was viral. It was everywhere yesterday morning. And so they were, and the thing about Twitter X, when something goes viral, they do try their best to try to catch it and delete all the links and delete all the stuff. So I was definitely trying to find, me, I was trying to find it real quick. But they was getting rid of it. And next thing you know, Drake went on someone's podcast or talked to someone, and he was like, yeah, it's me. He came out and said, yeah, it's me. And he finally ended up saying, he ended up using a line about his kid. He said, I wasn't hiding my meat from the world. I was hiding the world from my meat, or whatever. I think I said it backwards, but yeah, he was saying that, making a joke of it. Because, he said that about his son. I wasn't hiding my son from the world. I was hiding the world from my son. So, but it was a little impressive. I'm not going to lie. It was a little, it was a little, got me feeling like a cowgirl. Let me write it, like that type of thing. I was feeling it. But yeah, so hopefully that's the last we see a Drake in those things. But watch your phones, y'all. Make sure and watch what y'all sending to people too. Make sure your face ain't in it. Make sure it's not identifiable.
I think he put it out there. I don't think he sent it to
a lot of people. Listen, and that's one of the theories that he put it out himself. He have been getting a lot of bad press as of lately. Most Def saying the things he said about him. Not being real hip hop and him going at different people, having beef. But you want to know the funny thing is today, remember we was talking about the girl Bobby Alcoff, that the white girl that does the podcast with all the black hip hop stars and things like that. And she had actually her popularity has been going down. After some of those videos rubbed people the wrong way, especially the one with Offset. So when she did her podcast with Drake, the podcast ended up getting taken down. And then Drake during the podcast had said something like, she was like, so what about me? Like, how do I look? And he was like, I'd hit that. Like, he was talking about her. And it was a lot of kind of, people said flirting going on. And then there was allegedly something that happened between them. And then, everything was taken down, all the promos. You can't even find the video on her website. You have to look at other people on YouTube. Funny thing is, her husband filed for divorce today.
Oh, really? I didn't even know she was married. So
yeah, so her whole shtick was she was a stay-at-home mom, and she, like, at first she was just like a mommy blogger and would do podcasts about like mommy stuff and crafts and recipes and stuff, and then somehow she got into celebrities and hip hop, and it was kind of funny because she was doing the whole like sarcastic, I don't care type of attitude when she was interviewing them. So it was kind of funny, like, she was kind of uninterested, but then a lot of people that rubbed people the wrong way, because I know people like us, if we had that opportunity, I wouldn't be acting like that. I know that's your shtick, but I would be like, she got to the point where she was disrespecting people. It wasn't funny anymore. But yeah, so her husband filed for divorce from her, and people like, oh, the day after Drake's video leaked, like she's trying to get up on that or something. They were saying that Carisha Hill, I'm gonna talk about that next. Carisha Hill said her and Funny Marco are hilarious. Yes, so Funny Marco also does that shtick. Like he does a kind of uninterested, sarcastic, like troll. It's kind of like a trolling thing, like trolling, like I'm gonna act like I don't like you, or some type of way, but he does it very thoughtfully, like a comedic. Hers kind of comes off like, oh, whatever. So I didn't really get into her. But Marco definitely let her have it when he was into it, because he actually brought her to everybody, because she was like the same as him, and he made her famous, and then she just kind of took off and tried to leave him behind. But the crazy thing is, he has stayed, and he said that too. He said, I brought her on I put her on and she succeeded more than me, but that don't have nothing to do with me. I'm gonna stay on my grind. And now he's really, really doing good and she's kind of falling off. Now she did Katia, she did have a interview with Suki Hana. You know Suki?
Yeah.
What's her song? And I was eating his ass. That girl, the eating his ass girl. So Bobby had an interview with Suki.
Okay.
And they were, talking all things, and she was teaching Bobby how to twerk and dance and stuff. And that was a mess in itself. But then Bobby had turned to her and said, I think you are a musician. She had said her musician. Suki Hana gonna say, I ain't no damn magician. I make music. And she like, huh? And she like, no, Suki, listen, I'm not trying to offend you, but I look at you, you make music, so you are a musician. So they had to go back and forth. Cause she like, musician, I ain't never heard that word. I just make music. And she like, yes, a musician. She like, you trying to call me a magician or something. I ain't with that. And I'm like, girl, it ain't no way.
I didn't see that.
It's really, really funny. I think they had it up on the Shade Room. But if you guys want to catch Bobby Allcalf and Suki Hana's interview, it was pretty funny. But the thing about Suki is people don't know. Sometimes Suki trolls too. So a lot of people may not know what trolling is. And a lot of people do it on the internet. A lot of younger people made it more popular. But it's basically almost acting stupid. Acting like you don't understand, or kind of being a little sarcastic and saying something you might not truly mean, or just for the sense of getting the other person annoyed, or just for comedy. But yeah, it was just kind of funny seeing Bobby and what's going to happen with her, and everybody's like, oh, it's because her and Drake was messing around. And Drake has been tied to a lot of ladies in the past year. He was tied to Sexy Red. Did you see she delivered her baby?
I did.
So yeah, shout out to Sexy Red delivering her little one. I will always clap for a woman successfully completing childbirth, because Black women have one of the #1 mortality rates in the U.S. as far as childbirth. Mm-hmm. So I will always celebrate somebody having a baby, and getting back to work. But yeah, that's just so crazy. It was something else I wanted to talk about. Let me see what it was. But it was a lot of interesting stuff going on. Oh, this is what I want to talk about. So we got so much rap beef going on. It's just beef. Like I almost wish I'm a vegetarian now, because y'all giving me too much.
Yeah.
It's
for no
so
reason.
much. We got Eminem versus Benzino. We got Nicki versus Meg. We got Ice Spice versus Lotto. And we got these people coming up with these music videos and things. It was stated that Lotto pulled up in Ice Spice hood in the Bronx and shot a video. So these people, but one thing I will say is I like when they're getting in the studio.
Yeah.
Like y'all not just beefing and posting, and I put it in the studio. Put it on, lay down the track, okay? Cause other than that, you just talking. You need to be making some money. You need to be giving me something to bump into, because I sure be bumping this. Some of the little diss tracks be good. I'm like, oh shoot. I'm like, I kind of like her, but dang, F you too, girl.
I can't believe we actually stuck to the time frame for the most part.
For once.
I know. Well, we know why that is, and we ain't even gonna say.
Yeah. But yeah, so this weekend, y'all, don't forget to check out Gospel Me Symphony. That will be on Saturday at 7 p.m. at EJ Thomas.
Yeah.
So you guys will be able, I think they're done with pre-sale tickets, but if you guys want to buy tickets at the door, you can definitely do that. So if you don't have anything to do, or you're looking for an early Valentine's date, this is something to do, dress up, go out, enjoy the art. So definitely check out Gospel Me Symphony. Our co-host Tiffany will be performing. My mother, Kathy Hodges, Diana Millirons, Cameron Millirons, a lot of friends and family of the show. So definitely check that out. And then we will also be posting about Tiff is doing a Valentine's Day giveaway. So she's not here today to talk about it, but we will be posting some of the rules and regulations and things about that. So if you're interested in getting a Valentine's Day gift card for 2 to go to the movies, go ahead and make sure you're following the Transcending the Culture Facebook page. And also message the Transcending the Culture Facebook page and comment and say, be my Valentine. And so that's the way we will know that you want to be entered in the contest, and we will be announcing the winners. So we'll the winner, I believe. So keep watching the page and keep following. Definitely, if you're looking for a free Valentine's date, definitely, like I said, message Transcending the Culture page, be my Valentine, and you might have you a free date. Hey, listen, time is hard, okay? Especially around Valentine's Day. And your boo be mad. You ain't give me nothing. You ain't taking me out. So why not have a good date on us?
That part right there. And shout out to Tiff for pulling that together and buying the gift cards and all of that jazz. So we'll definitely we all are gonna post about the contest. Obviously we're not gonna announce the winners until Valentine's Day. So it'll be something that you guys will be able to do after Valentine's Day. But hey, $50 value, I don't think you could beat it. So follow us, like, subscribe. Make sure that you are on the Facebook page for Transcending the Culture. Make sure that you send that message that says, be my Valentine. And we will enter you in the drawing. And we will pull our winner next Wednesday on the show. Again, next Wednesday is going to be all hot topics. Grateful to you guys for tuning in with us, with Kat and I. She was doing gospel symphony stuff tonight, wasn't she?
Yeah, so they had a practice. Tiff is there, my mom is there, because my mom, she already today. I had asked her something. She said, I gotta go practice today, So it's winding down. It's the last couple of days, so I think they're like practicing every single day until the show. And that just goes to show you, like, the show is usually amazing. Like, they prepare for months, so you guys don't want to miss that. So like I said, if you guys want to you want to be in attendance, definitely get you some tickets for Gospel Meets Symphony. I'm excited. I will be in attendance, and I will be telling you guys all about the show next week on Transcending the Culture. So you'll get to hear Tiffany talk about the show, and then I'll tell you about as an audience member what happened.
Absolutely. So
yes, some exciting things going on. Oh, and I want to talk about one more thing. James, the Super Bowl.
What about it?
You're not excited?
Who's performing?
I'm so excited for the performer. You don't know who performing?
Listen, I'm gonna keep it all the way funky with you. Who is it? I ain't been paying attention.
They call me USHERRAIOND. Like, okay, come on, man. Usher, baby.
Okay, I'm sorry, Transcenders. I really ain't been paying attention. And the stupid thing is, now that you say it, I do remember when he announced that he was going to be performing for the Super Bowl. I'm gonna keep it all the way. Once again, I'm gonna keep it all the way funky with everybody. Like, I never watched the Super Bowl, or if I watch anything, I watch the musical performance. Like, obviously at halftime. So I watched the halftime show, and then I'm out. Like, I'll probably be out driving, Ubering or something. I think last year when it came on, because who was it last year? Was last
Rihanna.
Year? Okay, so it was Rihanna last year, and then the year before that, it was Dr. Dre,
50 Cent, Dr. Dre, Mary.
So I did see it. I did see Rihanna's performance, or I saw pieces of it or whatever. I thought it was kind of shabby, but
a little lackluster. But
but she was
pregnancy. So
right. So I give her a pass for that, but I know the year before that we were still like planning for the family reunion. So I was just leaving. I think we had a meeting at Dave's house in Norton, and I was like headed back home on the highway, had my phone on YouTube propped up in the window, and I was watching the halftime show. Like, that's all I watch. I really don't watch the game or nothing like that, but like, just keeping it all the way real, I have never been like a big football head, so I usually don't watch. But
I'm not a big football fan. I barely be knowing what's going on. I'm the type of person that I like to go to games in person because it's exciting and it's fun when you're there. I'm not just a big.
I was gonna say, like, if I go to the game, like, I'm in it, like, I'm live, like, I'm having a good time. Like, I think it's like, especially like the Cavs games
The
and
Cavs
I
and the
love going to the
Browns and
Cavs
the
games.
different
I've
teams.
always been like a baseball fan, so like I'll
And
go
I'm
to the
supposed to
NBA
be going
games.
to a Charger game, the Cleveland Chargers.
I like the Cleveland Chargers too.
Yeah, so shout out
So
to
like
the
I
Cleveland
can go to
Chargers.
the game.
You said
I
what?
can, and I'll have a blast. But
yeah, so
I never will sit at home and watch nobody's game.
yeah, I'm not a big game watcher. But yeah, I like to do it in person. So I would like to go to a Chargers game. I know some people that are affiliated. So that's something that people don't know in Cleveland. We do have multiple basketball teams and they have different games and events and stuff. So I have been branching out into Akron and Cleveland and finding out some fun things to do. So be watching. Keep watching. I'm gonna be showing y'all some good things to be doing as far as date night, singles, just some fun stuff to do around the city. But yeah, I'm not a big game person, but see, growing up, my mom, we were never like the Super Bowl was a fun thing just because it was fun. So like my mom would make all these dips and treats and things. Like we would have we were making charcuterie boards before I even knew what a charcuterie board was. I just thought it was a meat and cheese and veggie tray, and she arranged it nicely. I didn't know, I didn't know it was something like that. But I grew up, we would, sit there and snack. A charcuterie board. That's what they be calling it. A charcuterie board. But we will watch the commercials. The Super Bowl commercials are always funny. They're always funny. They're always the most, they have all the paid actors and that they put a lot of their budget into Super Bowl advertisements. So that was always my funniest. That's when the Orbit you lit liquor. Like, remember that commercial? They was cussing each other out and they was saying all the little, they wasn't cussing. But yeah, so the big commercials come out of the Super Bowl. So we will watch the Super Bowl and then we watch the halftime. And that's what I like to do. I'm probably gonna have it on in my house. I'm probably gonna cook some big meal. Watch the things, and I'm definitely gonna be watching the performance. But I'm gonna watch the commercials and and I like when the Cavs used to be in the the NBA championships and stuff like that. Like I would watch the championship game and stuff like that because it's like, ooh, what's gonna happen? This is a big thing. But I'm kind of just excited to see if Taylor Swift's man gonna win. Because that's what half the women only know the dang team that's going into it because it's Taylor Swift's man. We like, oh, Travis Kelce, we know him. We root for him. I think I'm gonna put $20 down on the Chiefs. And I think that's who he played for. See, I don't even know for real. See, fake. Don't even know. But
well, listen here. I don't care about none of that. I'm gonna watch that halftime show. And speaking of Usher,
what do you think is going to be on the set list, or do you think he's going to have any guests or any people coming on there?
I think it would be dope if he had guests. As far as the set list, it's kind of hard to say. I mean, I would think that he probably would do I
seen a post today and they said it said, "I'm white, guess my favorite Usher song." Yeah. You ever met a white person? You ever been at a white bar and come on.
The reason I paused for a second is because I saw something on YouTube and they asked somebody what their favorite Usher song was, and it was a white person, and I forgot what they said or whatever. I had an answer for you.
They either say yeah or OMG. That oh my God,
that's one of my favorite ones.
Triple platinum in the Caucasian community. Okay.
Right. Well, that's one of my favorite ones. So
my favorite is I'm gonna tell you one of my favorite Usher songs, and I think it's just because of the era I was born. My Way, and that's one of the underrated songs. I loved My Way. Me and Katia would sit there and watch that video, and then Tyrese was playing the evil guy, and they was dressed like clowns. And
I'm with you.
It was so like.
I'm with you on that. I'm definitely with you on that.
I don't think he's gonna do it because I don't think it's one of his big songs. But I would love if he would start. I would love if he would start from like his beginning and give us like a medley of through the time. And let's not forget he has a chart-topping song right now with Good. So I wonder if he's gonna do that, or if he's gonna bring out Summer Walker or 21 Savage. Because this is the song that has brought him into the new generation. The new generation is loving this song. I hear Good on the 93.1. I hear good on 107.9. Everybody's
Yeah,
loving
yeah. It plays heavily on both stations.
it. So
Um,
I'm excited for that,
well, listen,
definitely.
if he's as good as like a Todrick Hall, then he could pull all them songs together and shit go through 20, 30 songs in that little
Because
10 minutes.
Todrick will give you a good mashup medley better than anybody
trying to-
I know.
I'm trying to tell you. So I actually will say that I'm looking forward to seeing the halftime show. I actually want to go see Usher, and he's touring like later in the year, but it's not in Cleveland. I think he's like in Detroit and Chicago. I think I'm gonna I think I'm gonna get tickets and go to Detroit, or we should get tickets and go to Detroit.
I definitely want to go, and I want to see if his tour is going to match up with the residency, because the residency was amazing. We seen pole dancers, skating, all type of things. Him going into the crowd taking everybody's woman. Yeah. So, and I have a friend, like I think I told you before, Maria J. Shout out to Maria J, who was the lead pole dancer. She was the bad girl is what they called her, because she performed during the song Bad. Okay. She's a bad girl. And during the little clap part, she make her feet clap in the air. And she is one of the physically strongest people that I know to be able to do that. She's always been strong. When we was kids, she would be jumping on the monkey bars and flipping and do this. And I'm like, dang, girl, I can't do that. I'm going to lead you to it. I might could spin a couple times. But, I can't do all that now, girl. But shout out to Maria J. That's a childhood friend of mine. She was doing her thing at Usher's residency in Vegas. So I'm excited to see if she is going to be part of the tour, because I did not get to catch her in Vegas. So I would love to catch her on the tour. So, and that's someone that I would love to, bring on the show or interview. So I'm definitely going to try to get in touch with her.
Okay. I think I'm good for the night. I'm grateful that everybody joined in with us. I think tonight was really dope. Next week is going to be to that with the hot topics. We're going to have a whole show of trending topics. In the meantime, kind of start marking your calendars. We got Joey Jaja, comedian Joey Jaja from Cleveland. He's going to be on Transcending the Culture on the 21st. We have Marcus Divine, one of the biggest producers you will ever want to know. So many people he's worked with. He's going to be on Transcending the Culture on the 28th. You guys know that you can also catch me on the Entertainment Plug. That's every other Saturday on KAZ Radio and TV. So next Saturday, that is the 17th, we are going to have Mookie Matonio. Mookie Matonio, who also goes by the Ohio Player. He is signed to Crazy Bones, the Life Entertainment. So he's coming on to the Entertainment Plug. That is next Saturday.
Wow, exciting.
Have, Beth, who is Motown royalty. Like, I'm going to just put it at that. She is Motown royalty. Her dad is Motown royalty. She is coming on to the Entertainment Plug on March 2nd. We also have a second guest on March 2nd, but I will announce that once we have flyer and all that stuff together. But so we'll have two guests on the 17th or on the 2nd of March, I'm sorry. And then I have someone who is tentatively coming on March 16th. So we are getting booked out here. The Real Deal with James, that's my podcast that actually is currently available on Apple, Spotify, season 1, which was done about 2 to 3 years ago. That is currently running on all of the streaming platforms, but
and don't forget your new subscriptions available.
Yeah, absolutely. The Real Deal with James is going to be coming back for another season. I actually booked a guest today for the first episode, so that is going to be coming back very soon. We have Lady Poet Speaks. Her name is Amanda, but she goes by Lady Poet Speaks. She is launching her podcast, Open Letters to a Survivor, right here on UT Digital Podcast and Radio. So that is going to be launching very soon. We are in the final stages of getting her first episode together. So that is going to be coming. We got a number of other people who are going to be launching podcasts on the network. And then for those who have not been aware, I have been silently working on pulling together UG Digital Radio. So the goal is for us to have that up and running within the next month. Kind of had some health issues going on last month, so I did not get it up as planned, but should be getting that up in the coming weeks for testing to be completed. And we are looking to launch the Midday Shuffle. That is a 5-day-a-week radio broadcast. We are casting. We are currently casting. So right now, Cats will be in the building. Obviously, I will be there. We have another young lady who's going to be there. We will announce her very soon, and we are working on getting. So that is coming. Lot of stuff going on. A few things I can't mention because I haven't put the flyers and the material together, but I do have a new subscription running on Instagram on Authentically James. So you guys can and should come and subscribe. It's only 99 cents. I will have some very exclusive content that I'm going to be posting there that I will not be posting anywhere else. And anybody who wants to know and follow and know what's happening with UG Digital Radio and the startup process and everything that is going into that, and come and subscribe. Come and subscribe. Come and subscribe. Come and subscribe.
It's so much coming, so much on the horizon, guys. You gotta be a part of this. So
got a keep watching. Kat got a podcast coming too.
Listen, I have my podcast coming. I've been talking about it.
Name yet, but her podcast is going to be coming, and I need y'all to know that it's going to be coming.
Yes, my podcast is coming. So please follow me on Instagram and on Facebook. I have been posting reels. I'm going to be posting some content. I'm going to be posting some different. Listen, it's going to be we're going to do some confessions. We're going to be doing some Am I the Asshole? Like, we're going to be doing a bunch of fun things.
All I can say, gonna sigh. These are my.
Listen, I got it's going to be a lot of exciting segments on my show. And I'm also just going to be posting, regularly throughout the day. I'm going to be posting different content. So please follow me at Cat Queen. It's right there under my name. All platforms. I'm mostly active on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. So definitely check me out. I have a couple views under my belt. I got a couple celebrities, liking and co-signing some of the shenanigans.
And she got some billion views and all of that kind of jazz.
Listen, I had one of my videos on Instagram go viral with 1.4 million views. I had another video on Facebook with 3,000 views. So shout out to everybody that has been supporting me, giving me love, liking, sharing, commenting. James, thank you. James be commenting. And definitely. And my sisters been supporting.
Tell you.
So yeah, we're getting this ball rolling. Listen, we're gonna be providing y'all with all type of media. What you want? You want videos, radio, a show, a podcast, you want printed, you want digital magazine, what you want? We got it all. Okay, get with the winning team. I think I'm done. I need to go to bed. I'll be getting real hyper and silly when I get sleepy.
Listen, again, thank you guys. Please like, follow, subscribe, share us, tell everybody that you know that we are here. It's going to be a lot more coming. Make sure that you guys follow Transcending the Culture on all social media platforms at Transcending TC. With the exception of X, you can get us at Transcending_TC. Make sure that you guys follow us. Cash App is UG Digital, $UGDIGITAL. You are more than welcome to donate or, anything like that for improvements of the channel. It's a lot in the works. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm cold. My furnace is on the blink right now.
James, you better get up under 5 covers, put you on. You need to buy a
heated blanket. I got Club Shay Shay on pause right now because I'm watching the Monique one. Listen, when he was like, He said, Monique, you know you ain't supposed to be recording nobody. She said, now, baby, you go back up for a minute now. Come on.
I love me some Monique. I'm about to finish watching that too. I had saw a couple clips before we logged on, but I know it's gonna be a mess. But someone said he gonna win some kind of award because I feel like this is the place where people are coming to get stuff off their chest.
Yeah, he said, you the only fat one? I'm the only one sneaking snacks. I think thus far, it has been a really dope interview. I'm gonna keep it all the way real. I like Shannon Sharp. When he was playing football, I didn't know who the fuck he was because I don't watch football. So I know who the fuck he was. And when he was on with Skip Bayless, I might have halfway knew who he was. But now that he's doing some, urban pop culture type of shit, I know exactly who you are. So I do think that the interview was really good. I'm like maybe 30 to 40 minutes into it.
I only seen a couple clips. I saw what she said about Tiffany Haddish though.
I didn't see that yet, but I do think that he will probably get some kind of reward. I do my best to really congratulate the other people that are out here doing it. I'm kind of like the Samuel Jackson of the bunch. Like, you don't do this. You're not an actor. I guard this journalism thing like really, really, really strong. So, I could kind of,
as a person that went to school for journalism, and this is something I wanted to do for my whole life. Like I'm in high school, being in journalism programs, going to Kent State, writing articles, being in school newspaper, doing things like that. And then for these celebrities to just kind of like, oh, well, my football career over, or this career over, let me just be a podcaster. Let me just do interview. And it's just like, I get it, I try not to be, I don't never want to be a bitter person because of what somebody got. What's for me is for me. But it also, it's just kind of like, I know plenty of journalists that would love to have these interviews that have been working for many, many years that have so much credentials. And then it's like, these celebrities are just kind of jumping and doing it too. So.
Yeah. But like I said, I think that he does an amazing job. Like, I love the intros that he do for everybody.
I think he's like a safe person. People feel safe talking to him.
Absolutely, and I get it.
We got cousin Jimmy saying he graduated from Kent. Yes, Kent State. I went through the Kent State journalism program under Gene Shelton. A lot of people know him. And then I also went to Kent State to pursue my bachelor's. I am still pursuing. But I love Kent State. It's definitely a great place to learn. And there has been a lot of journalists and a lot of professionals out of Kent State. So shout out to Kent State and Akron U as well.
Well, I hope that, I went to the University of Akron. I was okay, let me stop saying I was a bad student. I did get kicked out twice. But I'm gonna stop saying I was a bad student. But like I said, I did get kicked out twice. But listen, that is beside the point.
That's beside the point.
It's cool to hear. I forgot that you went to Kent State. And it's funny because I wanted to go to Kent State, but I was not, I think for as smart as I was and like for the stuff that I knew, like I wasn't really all the way into it. Like when I was talking about going to school. So like, I didn't even like fully, like I think subconsciously I knew that I wanted to be like in the entertainment business and behind the scenes and that sort of thing. But I didn't think that my mother wanted me to do that, or I thought that, like kids and teenagers a lot of times they put a lot of value into what they think that their parents want them to do and that sort of thing. I can just remember kind of bad stuff that my mother would say about the entertainment industry, but it was because of her growing up around music not because of Fantasia and Casey and JoJo, because obviously they wasn't around yet, but like the family before them and like their parents and uncles and whatnot were in the music business. So I think she had an opportunity to see a lot of stuff or a lot of that side growing up. So I can remember stuff that she would say. So I think it just kind of stuck in my mind, like, well, she's not gonna want me to do that or whatever. And it wasn't until some years later that I finally ended up switching to journalism. So
I think a lot of kids go through that, and I think that's a lot of people's journey through college. I did kind of like the same thing. I went to Akron U, failed out twice. They said, "Don't come back here, baby, till you get your GPA and stuff together, because you was already on probation." Huh?
No, that's why we collected. We both got kicked. Look, y'all, we both got
kicked out of Akron U, man. I was so sad. I missed my meal plan, man. I survived many a nights off that meal plan. Listen, but yeah, I feel like sometimes for some people you have to literally fail.
It'll fluff you up if you let it.
That freshman 15 turned into a freshman 50 real quick.
I'm trying to tell you.
But I think that for some people, especially me, I had to get it taken away from me for me to see I really want this. And I had to end up going to another school and really putting in that work and say, okay, I already, messed up before. I really want this, and I'm really going to go after what I want to do. And I know a lot of people, like my sister Katia, that graduated from Howard. Katia, you wouldn't believe how many degrees and certifications. She'd have been a phlebotomist. She'd have been a nurse. She'd have been this. She'd have been that. But it wasn't what she wanted to really do. Right. And until she really went and did what she really wanted to do, and that she was blessed at, she had a gift at, now she's just soaring. I think that a lot of people tell people, oh, get something practical, or nurses make money, or this make money, and it's not really what you want to do. And that's not a way to live, It's not
always about, or it's not solely about the money. Like for me, I'm at a place now where, it's, let me see, Black United Students, and I was going to join Black United Students at the University of Akron. I don't think they had Pan-African Studies.
Pan-African Studies department. Wow, I didn't know that. I took some different classes there. When I went to Kent State, we did a class that broke down a lot of the shows and their impact to Black America. So we did the Boondocks and Dave Chappelle and all those shows, and realizing what those messages were and things like that. So I feel like Kent State was really a good place to go for African American students that really wanted to soar.
Remember the show that Ice Cube put together, Black White?
No.
I'm gonna try to send that to you. I think I might still have it on my iTunes. It was basically, and it was a reality show, but it was basically a show where they picked the Black family.
I know what you're talking about now.
And they picked the white family.
That was my show.
Yeah.
That show was crazy. Them people would go in the store, totally Black, get treated like crap, take off that makeup, and go in that same store in white, and they'll be like, "Hello, ma'am. How are you?"
Yeah.
Dang, that's a blast from the past. That was my show. Listen.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Kent State definitely a great school. I learned a lot at Kent State. I learned a lot at Akron U, even though I had a lot going on. But yeah, so to anybody out there that's struggling with their education and you want to go, go back to school for your degree, or you want to try at something that you feel you're blessed at, or that's your passion, go for it.
Absolutely.
Life is too short. It's plenty of people that's died today wishing they could do what they wanted to do with their life.
It's never too late. Listen, I am proud to say that after 11 years, I graduated. Shut up.
Listen. It took me 5. I think I was at my 2-year school. I was at my 2-year school for 5 years. They was like, "Girl, you a sophomore? You a freshman? What is you a senior, junior?"
It was really like Elijah being on the way that just kind of made me like, dude, get your shit, go to school. And so once I knew that she was pregnant, I was just like, yeah, I gotta go back to school. And it's cool, when you have the right people in your circle. And one of my friends was going to Cleveland State, and I think going to her graduation and seeing her walk and all of that stuff, that was kind of it's time to go. I sure did. I actually graduated with my mom. because my mother and I, we graduated together from Cleveland
What?
State.
I didn't know that. That is so cool.
Yeah, we graduated together from Cleveland State 2010. So it took me 15 years. I don't know where the hell I got 11 years. It took me 15 years, but out there because I ended up, once I got kicked out the second time, I had to pay for school. So I went back to Tri-C and I did the first 2 years at I started over and did the first 2 years at Tri-C. And then once I graduated from there, and of course I could pay for it because Tri-C was cheap as all get out. So once I graduated from there, then they gave me my aid back and I went to Cleveland State. And,
right. And a lot of people don't know that you can do that. A lot of times when you've been dismissed from these big colleges, you could go to a smaller college and get that's what they had told me. They were like, we sat you down because you were on academic probation and then you still didn't do what you were supposed to do next semester. So they were like, did you ever try about Stark State? Or, they gave me Tri-C was one that they told me to go to. And I went to Stark State and I actually was thriving. So sometimes you might need to take a step back from what you thought. Like, a lot of people think I want to be in this big college. That might not be right for you. You might have to take an alternative route. Like, don't ever. And one thing that kept me in school, my sister Katia told me this, and it's something that keep me going through anything that I know is going to be a long journey. She told me the time is going to pass no matter what. So you might look at this and say, dang, it's going to take me this long. It's going to take me 2 years. It's going to take me 3 years. It's going to take me 15 years. The time passed no matter what, right, James? You still was 15 years older, so why not just keep going, keep pushing yourself? It may seem hard, but nothing worthwhile is going to come easy.
Absolutely. Nothing worthwhile.
Degrees, people be putting, I put my blood, sweat, tears, a little bit of a little piece of weave. I put all my stuff, all that in my degree because it was hard,
I get it. But no, I just, like you said, nothing worth having, nothing worthwhile is going to be easy to get. And I just was blessed because it's crazy that for as much as as shy as I was and I didn't like to talk, I networked real good. So I did a couple internships while I was dismissed and ended up getting into the media stuff. Like I've been doing media and all this stuff since 2001. So once I actually changed to journalism, I had all this experience. I had interviewed all these different celebrities. And so I was able to really tie a lot of that into school when I was going to school. Like Chrisette Michelle had come to Cleveland and she I was doing a project for one of my classes, one of my media classes where I needed to interview somebody and it ended up being her when she came to Cleveland and she did a show at the House of Blues.
I love Chrisette Michelle.
But yeah, definitely a long journey, but also very worthwhile.
Look at where we're at now, doing what we love.
Absolutely, very worthwhile and having a great time. So I appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight. You guys got our social media. You can also get me on Authentically James on Instagram. If you want to follow the Entertainment Plug, which airs on Saturdays live with KAZ Radio and TV, that is at the Entertainment Plug. So you can get me there. And then, of course, Transcending TC on Instagram for Transcending the Culture. What you got, Kat?
I pretty much said my piece. Follow me, Cat Queen. Please follow me. I need some more followers on TikTok, on Instagram, Facebook. Like I'm telling you, I'm bringing you some hilarious content. And I have my podcast airing soon. I'm trying to get everything together to get it done presumably in about 2 weeks. So please follow me and keep watching and liking everything on our pages.
All right, y'all. So we are out of here. We will see you guys next Wednesday. It may be
alternate topics.
Yeah, it may be some things popping up in between, and we'll keep everybody posted. In the meantime, please subscribe on my Instagram, Authentically James. It's only 99 cents. And I'll be putting some new content and exclusive content and stuff like that, and maybe some exclusive interviews that I won't post anywhere else. I'll just post them there. So we will see you guys next Wednesday. You good, Kat?
Yep, I'm good. Bye, everybody. Bye, everybody.
Right. And Tiff, we love you. We know you're going to be back next Wednesday. Look, Tiffany wasn't here, and we still went 2 hours. We can't shut the fuck up.
Right. So dang, it's all of us. Darn it.
It's funny. I was telling Tiff the other day. I was like, Tiff, we're gonna have to start writing all these questions and stuff down so we don't be dragging on. That was not me. That was Kip. Y'all ain't gonna put that on me, I was like, I'm done, Tiff.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This a long-winded family. We're gonna get better, y'all. We're gonna get better.
Right. We appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning in. At Transcending TC on Instagram. Also follow me, Authentically James, and at the Entertainment Club, and at Cat Queen for her across all platforms. And we will see you guys next week.